Hi there, my name is Shannon. I'm Willamette Week's Music and Visual Arts Editor, here today with another episode of Distant Voices with Brad Pugh of the National Weather Service's Climate Prediction Center. Brad, how's it going today?
Good.
So yeah, much of Oregon is currently under either severe or extreme drought. So to start off, could you explain to us what these different designations mean and how they should be interpreted by the general public?
Yeah, so Shannon, the drought monitor as of last Tuesday shows that almost three-quarters of the state of Oregon is designated with severe to extreme drought conditions, and almost a quarter are designated with the extreme to exceptional drought conditions. So yeah, it's a pretty bad situation there drought-wise in Oregon, and you are entering the dry season now as you head into the summer. So expecting little or no relief, and actually, most likely scenario would be for intensifying drought conditions through the summer months.
Right, because I mean, I know that the Klamath Basin is already experiencing a drought emergency, and here in the Willamette Valley, we also had a drought last year. But in terms of precipitation fall, we're doing way worse this time of year than we were last year. So, I mean, are we headed for a drought emergency here in the Willamette Valley too?
Yeah, I would think so right now, because this drought, it dates back to uh, really the last winter, the winter of 2019-20. So it's been ongoing for some time, but the drought intensity level has worsened with back-to-back poor um, precipitation during the winter months.
What are the major factors that are driving this drought? Is it climate change or what is it?
Yeah, I mean this is more tied to lack of precipitation during the past couple of winters, but also last summer above normal temperatures certainly helped to intensify the drought.
What's causing those abnormal temperatures and lack of precipitation?
Yeah, it's certainly a trend in warming as you go dating back a few decades. The precipitation it varies from year to year. If you go back to the fall of 2018, you were in a similar drought situation, but the following winter was fairly wet and really helped the drought situation quite a bit. So it does vary year to year, the precipitation and the drought associated with that.
How does this drought compare historically? Is it unprecedented? Is it fairly normal? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, it's the intensity level. It's pretty bad. If you look back through the past decade, I guess it's somewhat on par to what happened 3 years ago, but we're seeing more of the extreme to exceptional drought levels compared to what happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, how, I guess, looking at long-term trends, like how concerned should we be that this is happening right now?
Yeah, it's a major concern considering the decadal warming we're seeing in the long-term trend. So yeah, drought is a climate phenomenon we'll have to yeah, certainly be aware of here in the future years.
In the short term, if we do enter extreme or exceptional drought here in the Willamette Valley, what is that going to look like for local ecology? Like, are we going to be end up like, is it going to be bad enough that we're going to have to ration water like in California? Yeah, what would that mean for us?
Yeah, that could lead to yeah, water shortages, low reservoir levels, and also as you move later into the summer and early fall, you have to think about a high wildfire danger and an increase in wildfires later this summer.
Yeah, I definitely think that's on everyone's mind.
Yep.
Um, so, when these designations are made to determine how bad a drought is, um, what are some of the things that you're using to move from one designation up to another?
Yes, yeah. Very good question. The U.S. Drought Monitor authors use a convergence of evidence approach. So it's not one single indicator, such as precipitation, but a number of indicators such as stream flows, soil moisture, and also feedback from local feedback from various partners, state climatologists, and so forth. And we do use a percentile methodology, so to put it more of a historical perspective. So for example, currently soil moisture conditions are in the lowest fifth percentile for much of the state of Oregon, just to give you kind of a idea of how low the soil moisture conditions are currently.
Yeah, what are some of the other things that it means for us right now in the Willamette Valley to have um, severe drought? What does that tangibly mean for us?
Yeah, a lack of soil moisture would be one. 28-day stream flow levels below the fifth or 10th percentile historically, or a couple of couple of impacts.
And so you touched on this a little bit earlier, but is this something that we are more going to be more likely to see more frequently in the future?
Yeah, certainly could be the case, considering the long-term warming trends we're seeing. That would uh, more frequent drought would go hand in hand with that. Yeah.
Uh, so what should we be doing both in the short term and the long term to deal with this?
Yeah, I think number one is just to be aware of the changing climate. Also, what any water conservation you can make publicly, that can also help as well.